my dear students. Welcome to the channel where we all learn together. Kindly leave your questions in the comments below. The presentation is available for download. See description. Today's topic is Climate of India. Let us understand the lesser known facts of these two terms, sometimes used interchangeably, weather and climate. What do you understand by weather and climate? Are they different words that mean the same, or do they mean different things? Let's understand. News headlines display weather forecast. Weather is the daily change in atmospheric temperatures. For example, today the temperature is very hot, soaring. Again tomorrow it might be a little cooler. Unlike climate, that records the weather conditions of a particular place for a period of time. To understand the change in climatic conditions, it is imperative to understand the factors that affect it. They are latitude, altitude, distance from the sea, mountains, seasonal winds. Let us now understand each point a little in detail. Latitude. Now what is it? Both longitudes and latitudes are points on the surface of the earth defined by a pair of angular coordinates, and India's climate largely depends on its latitudes. The parallel line that runs from west to east and divides the earth into northern and southern hemisphere is the equator. Other important lines of latitude are Tropic of Cancer, Tropic of Capricorn, Arctic Circle and Antarctic Circle. As India lies in the northern hemisphere, areas lying in the region below Tropic of Cancer are closer to the equator owing to the tilt of the axis and are hot throughout the year due to the direct rays of the sun falling in these areas. Example, places like Kochi and Thiruvananthapuram. Alternatively, the areas lying north of Tropic of Cancer have subtropical climate, as these areas receive oblique rays of the sun. Example, Delhi and Chandigarh, which are situated at a higher altitude, are warmer in summer but very cold in winters. Now we come to altitude. Altitude, simply put, is the height above sea level. As we go higher in altitude, there is a drop in temperature. For every 165 meter rise above sea level, temperature drops 1 degree centigrade. So places at greater heights are cooler than plain areas. Very simple. Both air pressure and temperature are seen to decrease with rise in altitude. Example, Shimla and Manali are cooler than Lucknow and Chandigarh. Did you all get it? So when are you planning your next hill station visit? Comment below. Distance from the sea. Have you wondered why the places near the sea have moderate climatic conditions, whereas places far from sea experience extreme climatic conditions? Simply put, places near to the sea are coastal areas, so they have moderate climate due to the differential heating and cooling of land and sea. Example, Kolkata, Chennai and Mumbai. As we travel away from the sea, the influence is seen to decrease. Hence, places far from the sea experience extreme climatic conditions. For example, desert areas. Mountains. Here we are not talking about the height of mountains, but the angles at which it is positioned. A mountain at right angles to the sea winds stops it from moving ahead, and the water heavy winds will then come down as orographic rainfall. What is orographic rainfall? You will learn a little later in a higher grade. The rain bearing side is known as the windward, and the rain shadow area or the other side which could not receive rainfall is called the leeward side and is comparatively drier. Example, Mumbai lies on the windward side of Western Ghats and receives more rain than Pune, which lies in the leeward side. Do you know, if Himalayas were not there, there would be no rains from the monsoons of the south? These rain-bearing winds are stopped from moving ahead to Central Asia by the Himalaya. That is exactly why we have monsoons. Again, the cold winds from Central Asia are blocked by the Himalayas, saving it from becoming a desert. Seasonal winds. Winds have always influenced climatic conditions, as they are different throughout the year. The summer monsoon winds that blow in India are responsible for the monsoon rains ranging through June to September. Wonder why cold waves prevail in North India during winter? The cold winds that swoop down across the Himalayas during winter suddenly lower the temperature in these areas. This slide has it all mapped. So next time you are planning your vacation, do look to find the go-to place for every season. Yes, you're right. We are talking about different seasons: summer, winter, and monsoon. In the earlier grades, I am sure you have already learned as to how the seasonal changes occur. Accordingly, there is observed a change in climatic conditions based on the several factors discussed in the previous slides. Now that we know a little bit about seasons, let us try and understand the different types of seasons. They are summer, winter, and monsoon. Summer season. From March to May, weather conditions are hot and dry as the northern hemisphere gets direct sunlight during summer, so regions from the equator northwards get maximum heat. Temperature fluctuates between 30 to 40 degrees and hot winds called Lu blows throughout Rajasthan and its neighboring states, giving rise to thunderstorms. These thunderstorms cause rain in Kerala and Bengal, known as mango showers or Kalboishaki. So how many of you love mangoes? Next, winter season. During this season, different parts of the country experience different climatic conditions. The Himalayan region experiences snowfall, whereas down south, the Coromandel coast receives rainfall. Haryana, Punjab, Jammu and Kashmir and Delhi receive rain from cyclonic disturbances that originate from Mediterranean region. The monsoons are of two kinds, the southwest and the northeast monsoons. Southwest monsoons, increase in temperatures in the month of May, give rise to low pressure conditions. This attracts cool winds from the Bay of Bengal and Arabian Sea. These winds blow over these seas and, owing to the peninsular shape of India, get divided into two branches: Arabian Sea branch and Bay of Bengal branch. The Arabian Seaside monsoon branch first hits the western Ghats of Kerala, India, and then move northwards, providing rain to the coastal areas of Western Ghats. The Bay of Bengal side monsoon branch flows over the Bay of Bengal and heads northwards, northeastern India and Bengal. It reaches then to the eastern Himalaya and gives rain to the northeastern India, Bangladesh and West Bengal. Monsoon Ram is the wettest place. Northeast monsoons or retreating monsoons. The months of October to November form a period of transition from hot rainy season to dry winter conditions. Owing to the conditions of high temperature and humidity, the weather becomes rather oppressive during the day. This is known as October heat. During October and November, with the apparent movement of the sun towards the south, the monsoon trough or the low pressure trough over the northern plains become weaker. This is gradually replaced by a high pressure system. The monsoon winds weaken and start withdrawing gradually. That is why it is known as retreating. By the beginning of October, the monsoon withdraws from the northern plains. Although dry winds, they accumulate water when crossing over Bay of Bengal. These northeastern winds then bring rain to Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, etc. That's it for this lesson. I will discuss the questions in another video along with how to frame the answers. Hope you had fun learning like I had teaching. Do not hesitate to comment if you have any doubts in the section below. See you in another vlog.